Ntaale's relationship with Amanya had been intense, but turbulent. Their connection was undeniable, but their differences became too much to bear. Despite their shared history, the constant misunderstandings and conflict led to their inevitable breakup. It was a painful decision, but they both knew they couldn't go on.
Are you surprised that Amanya and Ntaale split? Welcome to Viral African Love Stories, where we're always entertaining. In order to understand today's story, you need to watch part 1, part 2, and part 3. If this is your first time, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, thank you very much, and I'd really appreciate it if you subscribed and hit the notification bell so that you could always know when there are fresh and exciting stories for you to watch. Thank you. So back to the story.
Later, Amanya had been killed in a mysterious car explosion. Ntaale grieved Amanya. She had really cared for him, despite all that he had put her through. Time passed and Ntaale found herself moving on from the heartbreak and grief. At a high-profile charity gala, she met Onapito, the son of the Prime Minister. He was everything Amanya wasn't. Patient, kind, and uncomplicated. For the first time in years, Ntaale felt a sense of peace and possibility. Onapito didn't know about her past with Amanya or the darker moments that still haunted her, and she wasn't ready to reveal them. With Onapito, it was a fresh start. Their love blossomed quickly, and soon enough, Onapito proposed. Ntaale accepted, excited for the new chapter of her life. The wedding was set to be one of the grandest Kampala had ever seen. On the big day, as she walked down the aisle in her stunning white dress, Ntaale couldn't shake the feeling that someone was watching her. In the crowd, she thought she caught a glimpse of a woman who looked strikingly familiar. The person looked like Karungi. The sight sent a chill through her. Karungi was supposed to be dead, lost in the explosion that had claimed Amanya's life. Could she have survived? Ntaale's heart raced, but she forced herself to focus on the ceremony. It was impossible, she thought. Karungi couldn't be alive. But as the festivities continued, Ntaale became more certain that she had seen her. The thought consumed her, drawing her back into a dark chapter she had tried to forget. In the days following the wedding, strange things started happening. Ntaale's car brakes failed, nearly causing a serious accident. Anonymous notes began to appear, cryptic and threatening. "You can't escape your past," one read. Onapito noticed Ntaale's growing anxiety, but she couldn't bring herself to tell him about Amanya or the explosion. She had been keeping so many secrets, and now they were unraveling. The tension mounted. Ntaale's fear that Karungi had survived and was seeking revenge became unbearable. As the incidents grew more sinister, she realized she had no choice but to tell Onapito everything. It was time to confess the truth about Amanya, about Karungi, and about the nightmare she had been trying to escape. Onapito was upset that she had withheld such vital information from him, but he had decided not to leave her. He did not want his family name being dragged through a messy, scandalous divorce. One night, while going through old photos of her life with Amanya, Ntaale came across a picture of him with Karungi. It was taken just days before Amanya's fatal car explosion. The sight of the photo confirmed her deepest fear. Karungi had not died. She froze in shock as she realized that Amanya had known that Karungi was still alive and had kept that secret from her. More questions flooded her mind. Had Amanya been working with Karungi to betray her? If Karungi was still alive, what was she planning? Ntaale couldn't bear it anymore, and with Onapito's support, she went to the authorities. The police, under directives from the Prime Minister's office, opened an investigation into Karungi's whereabouts. The more they dug, the more evidence pointed to Karungi being alive and orchestrating the strange events in Ntaale's life. Ntaale was not imagining it. Karungi had survived the explosion and had been hiding, waiting for the right moment to strike. The final straw came when Ntaale received a chilling letter. "I never left. You pay for what happened." It was signed with Karungi's name. The police traced the letter, leading them to an abandoned house on the outskirts of the city. When they arrived, they found Karungi, alive and in hiding. In a shocking revelation, it turned out that Karungi had been behind Amanya's death all along. The explosion that had killed him had been no accident. It was Karungi's doing, driven by jealousy and rage. She was enraged that Amanya had dumped her for Ntaale. She confessed that she and Amanya had been lovers and that they had come up with a brilliant and lucrative plan to smuggle gold out of the Democratic Republic of Congo into the country and finally into Asia. They had hoped to unwittingly use Odoi and Ntaale, but the plans had changed when Amanya had started falling for Ntaale. In revenge, she had eliminated Amanya and was planning to eliminate Ntaale as well, but she had failed. With Karungi arrested and facing charges for murder and attempted murder, Ntaale finally felt a weight lifting. The ghosts of her past were finally being laid to rest. She had survived the emotional and physical scars left by Amanya and Odoi's tragic deaths and Karungi's betrayal. The shadows that had haunted her were gone, and she could now actualize the dream that she had always wanted. She thought that she could escape the shadows of her past unscathed, but she had been wrong. She had betrayed the love of her life by withholding the truth of who she really was. Would Onapito eventually forgive her? Would he ever love her the way he once had? Only time would tell. Thank you so much for watching this story, and this is the final part of this series. I hope you enjoyed it. So what do you think? If you were in Onapito's shoes, would you forgive Ntaale for hiding such important information? What do you think? Please let us know in the comment section.
Thank you for watching. Please share, like and subscribe for more entertaining and compelling stories. Hit the notification bell to know when we have another upload. See you soon.